Have some of that, Gooners. Oh, mangasm. Hey, everyone. It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. How's it going? Hope you're having a good one. I certainly am, because United have just gone on the road to the Emirates and beaten those Gooners handedly 3-1 away from home. Get in there, my son. What a beautiful result that is. Beautiful victory for us. Great performance, and what a game of football as well. Thoroughly entertaining game of football. You know, there's all this talk. Mourinho's United, they're boring. They don't attack. They sit back. They park the bus. Well, we didn't friggin' park the bus today at the Emirates, did we? We went there and we were 2 goals up within 10-11 minutes. Stunning start from us. Dogged determination throughout. Closing down absolutely everything. Basically forced errors. The goals that we got against Arsenal today. You know, we forced errors. Just our dogged determination. And they couldn't quite deal with the tenacity of United's forward line today. The defence crumbled on a couple of occasions. United were there to capitalise. Jesse Lingard's got himself a couple of goals today. What a stunning performance from Jesse. I mean, he's coming for a lot of stick. I've given him a lot of stick. I've said he's not worth £100,000 a week. You know, what's this lad doing on 100k a week? He's a squad player. Well, today he was worth £250,000 a week, wasn't he? Because he was quality. You know, basically had a hand in making the goal. The first goal, finished that second goal off very, very comfortably. The first goal was an excellent finish, lovely cap to a great move. And generally, he's performed very well indeed, you know, constantly closing the opposition down, working his socks off. 110% from Jesse Lingard today, and he has been rewarded with 2 goals for Manchester United. So, fair play to Jesse Lingard, you know, he's coming for so much stick. I'm really happy for him. He's certainly starting to turn the page in his United career, I think. Mourinho's given him so much faith this season, selected him on numerous occasions, and a lot of United fans have been like, what? Why? Based on the last performance when he was bang average. But he's been getting those bang average games less and less out of his game at the moment. The consistency's coming into it, and it was a good performance from Jesse Lingard today, you know, scoring 2 goals for United. Just great to see, wasn't it? Really, though, the man of the match today, it has to be David De Gea. I mean, we're so lucky to have a goalkeeper like David De Gea. He is the best goalkeeper in the world. That was on display today. I think he made something like 7 saves in the first half alone. Some huge ones for us in the second half. And a couple of saves which are just out of this world. You know, which are like Gordon Banks back in the freaking 66 World Cup, or Peter Schmeichel in his heyday. You know, some unbelievable results, unbelievable saves that he's put in there today. And, just a stunning performance from him in general. Easily man of the match. 10 out of 10 performance from David De Gea. Without him, we'd easily be a couple of goals down by the end of the game today. You know, Arsenal were good. They were at the races. They did attack. They did have chances. They created a lot against this United side. They did, you know. It's not like United were very solid and defensive at the back and we ground out the game that way. No, we were open. We were as open as a freaking tin of beans, lad, after I got to it. And they certainly got at us numerous occasions. That passing intricate football that they play did cut us open numerous times, but they just were not able to get past David De Gea, at least not a meaningful enough amount of times. He was just too good today. Unbelievable save from him, and kept Arsenal at bay. Without David De Gea, we could have easily lost this game. We really could have. You know, with somebody who's not as good as David, another keeper, another top keeper, who's just not quite on the level as David De Gea, because quite frankly, nobody is, are they? Nobody's on the level with David De Gea. He's that good. So we're really lucky to have him. Easily man of the match from him. Without him, as I say, could have easily lost the game. In terms of the rest of the team's performance, I think we've performed well in general. All the team have just tried and rallied and really put in their 100% effort today, which was great to see. I think, you know, the only blight on the game for United is the fact that Paul Pogba got sent off. And yeah, you can say it wasn't a red card, it was a red card. I mean, it kind of was a red card. He's gone studs up, and unfortunately for him, he's just stepped on Bella in there. You know, I don't think there's any malice in it. I don't think he's really intended to do that. But he did. And by the letter of the law, that is a red card, you know. So he's been sent off, which is a huge blow for us because, of course, we need him for the City game. United have looked 10 times better since Paul Pogba's come back into the side from injury. So to be without him after such a short spell in the side there, I think is absolutely gash-tastic. You know, we really could have done with keeping Paul Pogba there, but even so, great to win this game against Arsenal today. That's a huge win. It's the first real sort of great performance we've put up against the top opposition. I know what you're saying, Arsenal aren't top opposition. Well, they're up there, aren't they? They're a decent side. They've got good players throughout and they play nice football. And that was on display today at times. But also what was on display is their defensive vulnerabilities. And United were able to exploit that early on in the game. 2-0 up after 11 minutes. Valencia, of course, forcing another error. So it was just a a great start for United, a dream start for United, and Arsenal never really recovered from that. It was a little bit brown trousers time in the second half when they've come out and scored immediately. Lacazette getting on the score sheet for them. You know, United, after that, I think we did a good job of just of keeping attacking, keeping looking for that third goal. And of course, Jesse has popped up in the second half there to get that third goal for us and effectively put the game to bed. After Pogba's gone off, again, I was thinking, Christ almighty, 15 minutes left. Can we hang on? Can we hold on? Are we going to just crumble now? Now we've got a man down. Now we've got Pogba off, our big, sort of strong, talismanic player in the centre of the park there. Now he's gone. Do we crumble? And the answer to that, my friends, is no, we do not. We rallied, we determined, showed that determination, and basically we put the game to bed for the last 10 or 15 minutes, you know, just time wasting, keeping the ball nicely. And actually that was quite a quiet period of the game, considering the end-to-end nature of the game before that incident, the first 75 minutes of the game. It was almost like you know, a tennis match at times. It was end-to-end, it was back and forth, and United just about managed to get the better of those encounters with Arsenal, mostly down to the fact that we just got the best goalkeeper in the world in between the sticks. Come on, David, I love you, but without David, who knows what could have happened. We could have certainly been up shit creek by now. But this is like the breakaway moment, I think, in the Premier League for United. This is the breakaway moment because it sort of stops the likes of Arsenal and maybe Liverpool really challenging for the first couple of spaces in the Premier League. You know, it's all about now United. Can they catch City? City, will they slip up? Will they continue to dominate? Will they continue to win games and score goals as they do without ever losing any games? You know, we saw them the other day against Southampton taking to the 95th minute to get the goal, but they got that goal that won them the game. And they look formidable, don't they? Pep Guardiola's got them playing lovely football, tearing teams apart, winning games comfortably, scoring lots of goals, and they look like a very tough team to beat. But that's exactly what Manchester United are going to have to do in the next game in order to stand any chance of challenging for that top spot in the Premier League. And even then, you know, it's out of our hands. We've got to hope that City just crumble and melt somewhere along the way. That is a really huge fixture for us, you know, because it's the difference between being, you know, 8 points, or they've actually got a game in hand, 8 points behind, I think, to being 5 points behind. You know, that's a huge amount of points at this stage in the season. Plus, as I was saying a moment ago, it does break away United and Chelsea and City as those teams that can finish in the top three, really. I think Liverpool and Arsenal now, of course, Liverpool smashed it today, didn't they? Won 5-1. But I don't see them breaking into the top three. United have cemented their place. If we're not winning the Premier League this season, which would be a tough ask because of City, then we are coming second, lads and lasses. That's what I see. The future is bright for Manchester United. You know, we've got Pogba beasting it, coming back into it. Of course, he's got a red card now, so he's going to miss the next game, but he's such a huge player for us. Zlatan wasn't even on the bench today, which is a bit surprising. Anybody know what the freaking hell happened there? But we didn't need him in the end. Zlatan didn't start or was on the bench. He's got to come back into it. You know, we've got some tough fixtures coming up, but we've got the players in the squad and in the depth to be able to deal with this situation, to be able to challenge on all fronts. I think we can catch City. You know, a lot of people are doubting that, but they can't keep this up forever. Can they keep this up? You know, if they do, then they will 100% deserve the title. But surely there'll come a time when they lose against the Burnley, or they lose against the Leicester, or they lose against the frickin' Manchester United in the next game, and they drop some points. That's what we need to happen. In that game, a draw is not good enough. But yeah, in general, so absolutely over the moon for the game today. Just not only the result, it was amazing to go there and win. I was thinking, well, as long as we don't lose this game, then it's not the end of the world. You know, it is a tough place to go. They've had a bit of resurgence recently. They're looking a lot better than they did earlier on in the season. And they've started to make it gel a little bit and consistently perform, haven't they, Arsenal? They're doing decent. Well, we've taken the wind out of their sails now with that result. But I was worried going into it, thinking away at the Emirates, a tough fixture, a draw would have been nice. So to come away from it with the 3 points, with our heads held extremely high, with Lingard performing the way he did, with David De Gea performing the way he did, with the players just gelling and performing and attacking, more importantly, not just, you know, going there and sitting back and nicking a goal and somehow winning 1-0. No, we did sit back at times and we played lovely counter-attacking football. You know, a couple of the goals today were scored from Manchester United sweeping counter-attacks, some of them lovely moves indeed. So that's great to see. And that's what we're going to have to do against City, really, because if you play City, a lot of the time they're just going to have the ball, aren't they? The way Pep sets his team out, the way they play that possession football, most of the time they're going to have the ball. But when United have the ball, we've got to make it count, we've got to move it quickly, and with a purpose and score a couple of goals, you know, on the back of maybe not having a lot of the ball. So I think that's a good little trial for us today, just to see how we do against a possession football style side. But I mean, we really did go for it today. You can't say that we didn't. You can't say we just countered. We went for it. We were every bit as good as Arsenal in terms of creating chances. And, you know, luckily for us, we got David De Gea. Oh, yes, my sons and daughters. What an unbelievable result that is. United marching on. Just got to beat those City scumbags next week, and then we're right back in it. I'm going to just read a couple of your guys' comments, but thank you so much for tuning into this live stream match reaction. I appreciate it. Do me a favour, smash a like on this video, and also get your comments in right now, and I'll try and... Oh, shit. My lights just fell over. I'll try and read as many as I can just here before I go. So... James Mellier comments, United will make sure City slip like Gerrard. Oh, I hope so. Watch out for that banana skin, Stevie. Yeah, that would be nice if City do slip up. They're looking so strong at the moment, though. Pep's got them looking so good, so confident. The players are performing, you know, they're big players. They're looking very difficult to beat, but we can do that. You know, if we can go to Arsenal and beat them 3-1 in the fashion we did, we've got De Gea there. He's like having an extra man, because that man's worth like a goal or 2 goals or even 3 goals every single game that he plays in the manner that he keeps the ball out of the net. So, unbelievable that we've got him. And, of course, if you've got a goalkeeper of that stature, he's always going to get you that extra goal or save you a goal a game. So that gives us a chance at least against anyone if he just has a blinder. Fireball034, the Flying Pig is a top lad. Thank you very much, my son. I appreciate it. And you're also a top lad or a lady. Kumaran Selva Kumar, how's it going, Kumaran? He comments, Arsenal fan TV and chill tonight. Get on over there, lads and lessons, after watching this video, of course. See the anguish firsthand. I'm sure they'll be pretty pissed off. Jim Olsen, Pig almost climaxed at 2-0. You're wrong, actually, Jim. I did climax at 2-0. I didn't. There's no almost about it, son. The Kleenex were out and everything. So, thank you for commenting there, Jim. Demas Marcigo comments, fear for the Xmas run-in without Pogba. How long's Pogba going to be out for that challenge, do you think? Is it 3 games? Is it 2? Is it 1? I don't really know. Certainly, at least, he would be out for the Man City game, which is a huge blow for us. And if he is out for any extended period of time, which I'm sure somebody will tell me in a moment, then yes, that will be a nightmare not having Paul Pogba in the side, because he's such a huge big game player for us. Matt James comments, orgasmic. I totally agree with you, pal. It was a stunning game of football. Really entertaining. You've got to give Arsenal a lot of credit for this game, actually, because they made it an entertaining game. You know, they were open. They went for it. If not for De Gea, they could have scored 5. Who knows? So they played a big part in this game, but United at the end of the game just about deserved to win. Fluster Cluster comments, Lionel Jesse and Messi Lingard as well, I would like to say. No, he has certainly had a turn in form recently, hasn't he? Looks quality recently. If you think about it, £100,000 a week for a lad that age who can put in performances like that on a semi-regular basis, it makes sense, doesn't it? You know, I think there was a lot of sort of disgust when that deal was announced, just because he was this squad player. He was reasonably average. Yes, he popped up in that FA Cup final and scored us a goal. But other than that, he's never really looked like that sort of 6-figure-a-week player. But I tell you what, this season, Mourinho's given him the opportunities, showed his faith in him, and he is starting to answer back as well. I mean, that's another good performance from him. 2 very important goals. He keeps his bottle. That's what I like about the lad. You know, he's got some bottle. He might resemble sort of like a half-human, half-pigeon, but he's certainly got some freaking bottle, does the lad. Kumaran comments again, Ozil to United. Do we want that bug-eyed freaking German at Manchester United? I don't know if we do. I don't think he's that good. I know Jose rates him. I know when he had him at Real Madrid and he was feeding Ronaldo and Ronaldo was scoring all those goals, he looked like one of the best midfielders in the world. He absolutely did in that World Cup before Jose signed him for Germany. He was class. But has he really done it for Arsenal, you know? I don't think he has. And if you're talking about bringing in quality players, I think there's better ones out there. But listen, he's a good player. On his day, he's fantastic. But I don't think he has that day often enough. He's just too much of an inconsistent little bug-eyed freak, isn't he? Don't want Mesut Ozil at Manchester United particularly. But, you know, if Jose really wants him and wants to bring the lad in, then I trust Jose, you know. Trust the boss at this stage. You know, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? There's been numerous times where you're like, oh, what is he doing starting Lingard there? What's he doing starting, you know, Fellaini or whatever, but he always just has a plan, and the players go out there and they play for him and they justify his selections, which is what happened today with Jesse. I mean, so many people were saying before the game, myself sort of included, that maybe Rashford should be starting this game, you know, give him an opportunity. But Jesse's come on, he's scored 2 goals there and he's been absolutely class. So just trust in Jose Mourinho. He knows what he's doing. He's a seasoned manager. He's got like 26 titles, for frick's sake. He has a lot of trophies to have won already. He knows what he's doing. He's a born winner. And I think he's going to get this Manchester United side to where we need to be, which is right up there, challenging every single year for the Premier League, for the Champions League, for the FA Cup, for every single thing, just like the good old Fergie days. Stefan Loons comments, David De Gea is a damn legend. Greatest keeper in the world. Bless up every time, pig. Thank you very much for your comment, Stefan. Couldn't agree more with you. He is the best player in the world. Best goalkeeper, and might even be the best player in the world. You know, if you're talking about for a specialised position, he's the best player in the world, isn't he? You know, fuck Ronaldo, screw Messi. It's all about David De Gea. He's worth just as many goals a game as them tossers anyway. No, totally agree with you though. He's an absolute beast. I just want us to keep him at United until he retires. We don't need anybody else. Anybody other than David De Gea is going to be a step down. Even bloody Neuer. Neuer's a quality keeper, isn't he? But still, I don't think he's quite as good as David De Gea. He's just like he's got like feline reflexes, you know? He's unreal. Pavan Nair comments, pig, who's the best keeper of all time? Well, I know I've just absolutely sucked off David De Gea there, but I don't think him. If we're going for, you know, the career, I mean, you've got to look at a few goalkeepers, don't you? Personally, for me, the best goalkeeper I've ever seen was Peter Schmeichel. Back in the 90s for Manchester United, he was formidable. You know, the presence he had, the shot-stopping ability, the command of his area, everything about Peter Schmeichel was absolutely unbelievable. I think he's United's best goalkeeper and probably the best goalkeeper I've ever actually seen play. But then there's other goalkeepers. Gianluigi Buffon has to be up there. What an unbelievable career he's had. One of the best goalkeepers of all time, and probably in the 3 best goalkeepers in my opinion would be Iker Casillas. Iker Casillas, you know, say what you want about him, Real Madrid, longevity, World Cup winner, captain of country and club. Been there, done that, bought the freaking t-shirt and saved about 3 goals in the process of doing it. So he's got to be up there. Buster Cherry comments, David Seaman, don't make me laugh, Buster, come on. He was a quality keeper, great England keeper, but he's not Peter Schmeichel, is it? Although at the time when Peter Schmeichel was playing, it was definitely those were the 2 best goalkeepers in the Premier League. So he's a great keeper, but no, son, he's not in the best goalkeeper ever conversation, in my opinion. Rohan Sen comments, what about Petr Cech? Well, fair enough. Yeah, he's had a decent career, hasn't he? Good goalkeeper. Been there, done that with Chelsea. He's very, very good indeed, but he's not quite up there for me. He hasn't had the career as, you know, a Casillas or a Buffon, and I just don't think he's as good as a Schmeichel either. You know, let's just focus on the fact that Schmeichel actually won the bloody Euro Championships with Denmark in 1992 and was absolutely quality. Did they win that? I'm pretty sure they did. Right, let's have a little look at some of these comments. Then I'm going to have to shoot. Can't think of a name comments. Lingard for Ballon d'Or. Steady on there, my son. I don't think he's ever going to do that, but I would love to be proven wrong in that case. Oh yeah, a couple of people commenting saying Oliver Kahn. Of course, you've got to mention Oliver Kahn, the German legend. He's got to be in there with the conversation as well, 100%. And then you can go like old school as well and go all the way back and say people like, you know, Gordon Banks and who was that Mexican bloke making Jose Chilavert? He was a nutter, wasn't he? Anyway, we'll leave the goalkeeper conversation there. But yeah, just want to say Manchester United deserved to win today. We were absolutely stunning. Going forward, 3 goals in the bag. Jesse Lingard with 2, Valencia with the other. Excellent, excellent performance all round defensively, attacking wise. You know, we didn't sit back today and just defend. We went for it. And in doing so, we left a lot of gaps at the back. We left a lot of opportunities and openings for Arsenal to exploit and get in behind and have chances. David De Gea has performed to an unbelievable level. Basically, the best goalkeeper in the world right now, 100%, and he's basically effectively won us the game. But of course, the team's performance, the dogged determination, the 110% attitude of getting to every ball first and winning every challenge is the reason that Manchester United came out on top today. So come on, United, get in there, have some of that goodness. How does that taste, eh? I bet it tastes bitter. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up now, but thank you ever so much for tuning into this live stream. Absolutely buzzing my titties off right now, as you can probably imagine. I'm sure you guys are too, unless you're a dirty gooner, in which case, have some of that. Come and contact me on social media if you've got anything to say to me, good or bad, at Mr. Flying Pig HD on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Also, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, Flying Pig United, if you're new around here. And also, come back in a few minutes once this video has finished and been published. It'll be published in a few minutes. Make sure you come back and comment again, because, of course, I appreciate all of you legends commenting right now, getting your thoughts and opinions in, but they're coming through. I can't read all of them. I love to read them, love to interact and respond to all of them. So please do come back in a few minutes and get your thoughts in, and I'll get back to you on there. So thank you ever so much for tuning in. Have yourselves a good one. Come on, United. Have some of that Arsenal. And United are going to win the freaking league and win the Manchester derby next week. Come on, my son. Get in there.